Hi, thank you for your interest in Classworks for Special Education. Classworks is an online platform endorsed by the Council of Administrators of Special Education that simplifies creating, documenting, and meeting IEP goals. This video steps you through how to use all of the amazing data from Classworks to create meaningful academic IEP goals. First, we'll look at the data Classworks gives you to determine a student's present level of performance. Classworks makes it easy to identify overarching goals and select grade level standards for the IEP. Next, we'll connect this data to the right objectives at the student's current level of performance. You'll see how Classworks delivers meaningful data to share with parents at 9-week intervals. And finally, you have the option to use Classworks' specially designed instruction to support students with achieving the goals and objectives you have identified. It's important to note that Classworks is not a documentation tool that teachers upload or type information into. Rather, it is a student and teacher-facing program that includes valid and reliable screeners, progress monitoring probes, and specially designed reading and math instruction for students. Let's dive in. We'll start with present level of performance data. Chester is a 5th grader who has completed the Classworks reading screener. This reading and math screener, available for grades K through 10, is validated by the National Center on Intensive Intervention and received high ratings. All right, back to Chester. He's taken the 5th grade screener, and because the test is vertically scaled, we see that his overall level of performance is equivalent to a 2nd grader. We can also see Chester's performance levels by domain, and we'll use this data to select an area of focus for the IEP. Let's choose reading as Chester's goal. Here we can select the 5th grade reading standard we want Chester to work toward as part of his IEP. Reading informational RI 5.8 explain how an author uses reasons and evidence to support particular points in a text, identifying which reasons and evidence support which points. In this example, you're seeing Mississippi reading standards. The screener is aligned, though, to the standards in all 50 states. Once we have identified our broadest goal for the IEP, it's time to get more specific. Our next step is to determine the objectives for Chester's IEP. These objectives will be at his current performance level, not his grade level. So in reading, Chester is performing at the kindergarten level. Therefore, his objectives and progress monitoring will also be at this level. Note that Classworks progress monitoring is also NCII validated. Classworks provides a great selection of suggested objectives for this goal. You can preview the objectives at each level to confirm that there is alignment between the overall goal, standard, and the objectives and skills he will work on throughout the year. He will be progress monitored on each of these objectives each week. You'll have excellent progress data to share with his parents throughout the year. Again, select between objectives or standards to put into the IEP for Chester. Typically, educators select the on-grade level standard for the overall IEP, but use the objectives for more granularity. In Chester's case, let's select the following objectives: ask and answer questions while reading, describe how illustrations and graphics contribute to text, identify and describe the plot, setting, and character in a story, identify main ideas and supporting details, identify sequence of events in text. To add the standards instead of the objectives, toggle to standards. In just a few short moments, we have identified Chester's present level of performance, a grade level standard for his IEP goal, and the objectives we are going to be measuring each week with a goal of achieving an 80%. As soon as we hit the start button, Chester's automatically sees a probe in his dashboard every Monday to complete. Teachers can view the automatically graphed rate of improvement and the running percentages on each objective. Over time, you have a great deal of meaningful data about Chester's progress that is easy to share with parents. Creating and tracking progress on goals and objectives is important. Equally as important is providing students the opportunity to achieve their goals. Classworks offers computer-based reading and math activities that are automatically individualized for Chester. Both Chester's screener results and his weekly probes activities add skills to his learning path that he is ready to learn or needs to work on. These activities are designed for the student to complete independently and are perfect for small group rotations, at-home lessons, and to meet academic IEP goals. You also have standards-based instructional reports available. With Classworks, you know the standard you select, the present level of performance, the progress monitoring, objectives, and even the computer-based instruction are all aligned. You can be confident you've built a measurable and attainable IEP goal, and that students have the specially designed instruction needed to achieve their goals. For more information about Classworks or to schedule a personalized demo, visit classworks.com.